Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Broston County, part 6 of the two friends build a city type thing that we're doing. Yeah, it's a good thing we finally got a name for it, because I would have never known how to describe it. You're watching about 23 minutes of Destin's build. He says that he loaded up the game and noticed that the city was losing a lot of money. He checked the budget and discovered that we had never set it to 12% for high density, so he did that. It seems like it's helping. Looks like we're still losing a little bit. Oh, look, he just got the city planner achievement. Watch out, Phil. Destin's coming for you. So he took care of that, and then of course we're seeing the next thing that he sent me in his notes is that he built a small addition to the grid on the other side of the collector and behind the high school campus that I made, and he also built a city park. And of course he ran into the thing that is fairly common where you gotta have the pixels of the park all the way to the back. He also ran into a little bit of trouble with the fencing, and that one can be really tricky as well because the snap points of the fence are right there against the road for the gates, but sometimes if the road is not perfectly straight, or if there's a teeny tiny change in elevation, then you will run into problems with that, not wanting to let you build it. I did go in and fix the fence for him. I just always use move it. Or not move it, my bad, anarchy, and just put it over the road anyway. And then I got the corner straightened or curved for him back in the far corner that we're looking at right now, where he currently doesn't have it connected at all. I don't know if he goes back and fixes that, to be honest. I don't remember. Looks like we're getting some trees in here, and then he's going to decorate. He also, later on in his portion of the video, coming up in just a couple minutes, added an additional elementary school in the last neighborhood that he built, as well as some commercial and residential zoning in that area. Yeah, he looks like he did try to do something with that fence. I got a curve in for him though. So yeah, he didn't have as much time this week to build as he has in past weeks, but the park alone is quite nice. I like his attention to detail with putting in the different tables. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and it's a great little park. Moving over here, where he's just adding in just a little bit more commercial. The city does have a pretty big commercial demand right now, and he's getting that in there. We still have some traffic issues to contend with. I think here he was just watching to see how everything would fill in and what demand would look like afterwards. He didn't leave any notes about it, but I think they do the same thing, and just kind of watch. And then he's going to go in and add, and I really, really like how he's done this. I think I mentioned it again later in the video. I've already recorded my part of the video before I'm recording the voiceover here at the beginning of the video. Time works weird on the internet. But I really like this, that he goes in and just kind of makes it a park. Not a formalized park, but a park all the same. And I really do. I really do like it a lot. But that's going to wrap up most of his footage. So let's move into mine. Yeah, right over here. Destin's park just upgraded. It may look slightly different. It's because I had a weird problem happen with like trees and things. By the way, this has high-res band. Yes. All the trees changed and a lot of them were missing. I finally figured it out. It was a combination of some mods that had just got disabled at some point. You may notice something else that looks different, and you probably may have spotted it when Destin was building, but the big giant tennis court that I had right here is gone. I'm assuming he just doesn't have that asset. I thought he did. I wasn't 100% sure when I built it, but I thought that he did. But it's fine. We can replace it. Won't be a big deal to replace it with something, because I realized I had left something out of this area that I wanted to add anyway. And that was basketball courts. path is. Okay, let's move this over just a skosh to, or was it? I hope it wasn't just right there. I'm gonna feel silly if it's, maybe it's just connect that. Anarchy's on. Dang it. I thought I found a fix to make that not be on by default when the game launched. I guess I was wrong. Okay, I still didn't move that over far enough. Okay, so one past the node, Brandon. One past the node. There we go. Yeah, I would really like that to go away. So these are my basketball. No, that's tennis. That's fine. Doesn't matter which one I have here. I want to get a few of each of these in. Yeah. Yep. I like that. Boom and boom. Still have some separation with trees. I'm going to add just a few more back in. That was the whole point of all these trees. I don't know that I ever really explained it all that well. But the whole point was just to kind of shield the residential neighborhood over here. I mean, they have their own trees, but just to give them a nice little extra bit to take care of that. And there we go. That solves that. We have tennis, we have basketball. I don't know that we need that many basketball courts on one high school campus, but we have them now. Another thing I'd like to do is, I saw when Destin was building back here, he was kind of blocked by this. Let's just move this road. I'm not, particularly attached to where that road was. We may as well do that, and we may as well go ahead and make that through connection right there. I don't know that we're going to get any more houses here, but what we can do is de-zone the whole thing and say, and then fill it back in. Though that one appears to be kind of over there on its own anyway. So yeah, that will address the issues that I encountered between the two. But I think the city is looking fantastic. I really like how this elementary school is just kind of its own little park in and of itself. I think the only thing I would do is, because this is a really long block, is he used dirt. Yeah, he used dirt passes. I would come through here and do that, and I would probably have even made this meander, but I'm going to leave it alone because Destin built it, and I'm not going to mess with things he built. So today, I want to turn my attention, quite literally, across the river to our farm, which has already got enough units that it can be a 5-star farm. So I'm going to do, if you follow me on Pine Pass, I just recently did this with the forestry industry. Just spammed out a ton of workers' barracks until the thing got to 5 stars. And I'm going to do the exact same thing here and then turn around and delete them all. Why? Because I can. Because that's going to get me to the goal I want. Yeah, I'm going way out here with them. I'm literally just going to keep clicking them until this thing upgrades, I think. Let's see. Where does that get us? Let's speed up time and, well, let's run water under this. This road is going to stay here, though it is going to change. There we go. There's 4 stars. And I may have spammed out enough to get us all the way up to 5 stars. This road is going to change a little bit, but it will stay where it is. It's going to be upgraded into basically a 2-lane, 2-way highway. So we need to get to 650, 453, 450, 452. Yeah, I'm not going to play this game. We're just going to keep plopping these down. I am going to get this place upgraded. It is going to be a 5-star farm any second now. And while that's happening, I'm going to reach over and turn on my laptop because I realized I don't have my spreadsheet open and I don't remember off the top of my head what it was I wanted to do with this farm as far as producers. So I want to check that out. So spam a bunch of these. I mean, if that many got us to 4, surely that many will get us to 5. Wow, we're actually going down in workers. We do have a really high residential demand right now. I bet our unemployment's like 2%, 4%. Come on. 568, 567, 571. It's going up. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's okay. Let's stop that. Again, spam. Ooh, power issues. Interesting. Okay, we're going to have to deal with that. Not something I had on my radar for today, but something we can definitely take care of. Let's spam a bunch more of these. I figured since I cut it out of Pine Pass, just the ridiculousness of this, because it is ridiculous that you can just, if you've got enough units and it's workers, you can just keep spamming. There we go. Cool. And now I get to delete all those. That I will not make you watch. All right, I have consulted my magic spreadsheet, and I had originally talked about putting the producers over here. I'm not going to do that. That's such good land. Instead, we're going to build a small little standalone town over here. We're gonna definitely do the producers, or the processors, I should say, over here. But first, I do want to go ahead and get this upgraded. Not the 2-lane highway. I want the 2-way highway. Did I pass it? I must have passed it. There's the 4-lane. Was that it? Oh, that is 1-way highway, 2 lanes in the same direction. I want opposite. I want that, but is this it? 2-way highway. There we go. I knew we'd get there in the end. That does get rid of the zoning along there, but I'm fine with that. It does not want to upgrade right there. Fine. Be like that. I will make you upgrade. So cool. That gets us the farm ready to go. We still have the farmhouse with its lovely, lovely lake view, and we are not going to spoil that. I do want to check and see. These are mostly full, so that should be good. Oh, there's a couple more here. Yeah, I don't need to add any more storage. We have a very good amount because now these are going to have a place to actually start delivering to. So we may as well leave that alone. So let's get going here with Le Farm. I want 2 cattle sheds, milk parlor, slaughterhouse, and a large animal pasture, and 3 flour mills. And I want to give them some space here. We'll do the animal pastures in between. And simply because these guys all pollute. These do not. So I just want to see how big that is. That's not its final destination. I just want it there to get my size. And you know what? That's not how I want it to go. Go live over there for a minute. Thank you. We're going to bring a road in right here in the middle. And then I'm going to bring this out here. Maybe not that far. I don't think it needs to be that far away. Like, there. Yeah, that's good. And then we're just going to bring this road down. And then we're going to give 1 extra tile. And then, whoop, move far enough. I don't know why I delete roads when they don't go far enough. And then that is 320. And just like that. And I wanted, how many of these? 4 of these. So actually, I'm gonna put them in here, but I want them off of this road. That road there, the backside. I want them both off the backside. That way we don't have trucks competing with one another there in the front. That would suck. So let's just go out 280 more. And whatever that works out to be is what it works out to be. And yeah, it's way too much. But that's actually okay. Because... Did I put these on the right roads? I don't know. I'm going to pay to move them. I don't know why the city was losing so much money when Destin was playing, but when I'm playing, it's making money. That's peculiar. That's really, really strange. We're going to need a place for all the animal products to be stored. So let's just run that down there a little bit farther. Let's come up in here and put in a warehouse. I want to give this a little bit of room. So like there. Yes, I like that. And then I want to come past it a couple as well that way. There we go. Big, huge space. And then I want another one because animal products tend to fill up storage pretty freaking quick. So we're going to go there, and then we are going to go there. And now we've got good separation here away from our crops. So if I want to do like some cattle sheds, milking parlors, things like that, I can do that kind of more out this way and keep all the animal products being produced right there. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So flour mill, we know we want 3 of these. I'm just going to throw them down for now. We'll worry about their placement in a minute. Cattle shed, I want 2. So let's do like 1 on each end here. And where's your radius for pollution? Right there. That's perfect. And then we'll do this one right there. And then I want a milking parlor. I'm going to put that right there. Actually, yeah, let's swap those because that thing's monstrously huge. Put our milking parlor down here. We may not even be able to fit the slaughterhouse. Yeah, it's big. Yeah, it's a big one. Okay, so get these out of the way, and milking parlor can go right there. Or sorry, not the milking parlor, slaughterhouse. We'll bring that back up there. So there we go. So this is all going to be cows. You can be Highland cows. You can be cows. What are the difference between a cow and a Highland cow? I don't know. One's like really fuzzy, isn't it? Are Highland cows like really fuzzy? I don't know, because I don't see them. Cool. So that gets that in. Let's make a road connection here. Let's do it this way. I want this to come in at a 90 here. That may just have to be a straight road. Not quite a 90, but it'll do. And then this is going to come back up over here. I should have graded all of this before I started building, but I think we'll be okay. So, flour mills. I want to see if I can't get them all up here kind of tight together. I don't know if they're going to all fit right here. They're not. They are not. So we'll put those 2 there. We'll put another one, I guess there. And then we're going to throw the bakery in all the way down here. Right here. And then we are going to bring in, going to have this road come out and join up there. And then that should give me enough space for storage for flour. It doesn't. And then we just need a small warehouse for our unique factory goods here. There we go. Cool. Is this our first industry? Like industry? It is. I did not realize that. And this will be a nice, productive farm. So let's trim down where the farm area is. Clearly, this is not all farm anymore. Only over here is farm. Oops, something's outside of the... Actually, I think I think those are extra. The ones are out there to the side. I don't think those are intended to still be here. I think I put them down just to get employee numbers up. Yeah, those are small animal pastures that we don't need. Because we're using the large ones, so these can go. Cool. Farm. Done. Policies. Awesome. So now it's just a matter of going in and adding in some of the support buildings. We do want some workers' barracks. They do help, along with the maintenance buildings. Maintenance buildings give your... what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just read. Yeah, all the processors and everything increase storage capacity so they don't start complaining. And then let's go here, and then we're going to do workers' barracks. We're going to do like a row here, and then I'm going to bring this up to here and run a road there. And then we're going to double that and run just another few back here. Because if you have a 20, you get... Oh, I didn't run that road quite far enough back. If you have 20, you get 100% efficiency bonus. This might be a little too close to this highway. What if instead we go here? Then that's... Alright, fine. Start over. It's fine. We'll just start over. And then here, what we'll do is run these in. See how many we can get. Give them a little separation there. And then if I run that back there and then run this here. I'm not going to get all 20. Don't worry, I'm not going to spam down 20 again. A little overkill. Might be a little close to that highway. And then that's really close on that road, but oh well. At least we have space. There, so that's what, 10? Yeah, 10. So that'll give us a 50% efficiency bonus. Let those numbers, yeah, so 74% total. We also get a bonus for just the general layout of the farm, which some people aren't aware of. If your farm has a good layout, it just automatically gives you some efficiency bonus. So, cool. So you might be asking yourself what the purpose of this highway is going to be. Well, my friend, I'm glad you asked. We are going to bring it up to here, like way up here. I think there is merit in having a couple little small villages up in this area. But we are going to do a little bit of grading just to... I don't know why traffic is just staying up there. But we are going to do some grading here. I'm going to just pick that spot right there and kind of follow roughly where this level is. And then we'll smooth it back out in a minute. And this can be one little area right here. And then I think we can have another one right here. And then we've got room in between these areas that we can use to connect the road so that the road isn't going at too steep of an angle. So we will get all of those in here. So, you know, since we do have the name of a county instead of a town, this kind of works out well because we can name all of these individual towns. So, you know, if you're like, you picked a name already for the town, and I've just now started watching. Well, nope. That's just for the whole series, Broston County. You can still pick a name if you'd like. I think that'll be fine. Let's bring this on out though and fill in a little bit of this, just to give them a nice bluff side view of the water down there, and then we'll smooth that out. So that'll give us one little town that just kind of goes around a curve here, and literally that's what it's going to do. I will fill this in right here just to give them a little bit more space. But we're going to have the road will come up back here and connect along a main street here. We'll have some residential come off this way, a little bit of commercial this way, and then the road will kind of dip down, come down into this area here and all the way across, and then we'll have a connect. Actually, it could come, so we're going to come in here and up that way, then we can dip down into here, swing around and dip down to over there. So let's smooth out some of this monstrosities that I've created, and we will come out of that view and just touch this up, just to kind of make it all look a little better, like I didn't go crazy with the train tool brush, even though we all know that I did. Just all along some of these contours that I messed with. Some of them aren't that bad. Some of them are pretty okay. Like right there, that's fine. Maybe right there could use a little touch. Cool. So, highway. We're actually going to go ahead and eliminate that. I don't know that... because this is on that road. Yeah, we don't even need this road. It's useless. I don't know why the game's paused. So, let's get to building this highway. And for this, I want to bring this back up. So first things first, we know that it's going to come up this way. So let's, and then come down over here. So let's find out where we're going to come down. So if we have it come up like this, we can have it turn here and come down like this. So let's get this straight bit in. That's going to kind of connect both of these areas. That would be like about there. And then that's, yeah, that's fine. And then we want it to curve and come up right about there-ish. And my stomach's growling, awesome. And then up here, we want a little bit of a straight so that we can have just a block or two of Main Street. And where it goes through these towns, it will convert back to a road with some zoning capability. Just, you know, that's kind of out of necessity. It is going to twist around a bit here because why not? And then we will bring that down, get that connected, and then we just have to bring this down the hill, which is just going to be a long sweeper here. It's going to come around to here, go to about there, and connect into there. I don't think that's too steep. Maybe it is, though. That's pretty steep. We might have to do some switchbacks to get up here. We have the space to do it, so instead of it coming right up there, it would come like here and up and up and up and up. Let's just see how steep it is, and if I decide we want to change it, we can always do that later. What's the farthest away I can go here? To right there. Yeah, it's a pretty steep grade, and if I just hit enter on this, it's going to really make things look rough. Okay. Alright, well, I'm just going to go ahead and switch back it now. I suck at this, which is why you probably heard the frustration in my voice. I'm not very good at what we're about to try to tackle here. But I'm gonna give it my best. Basically what you want to do is have the straights go down, and then when you curve, make a flat spot. So that is what I'm going to try to do. I don't know how well I'm going to succeed. So let's bring this instead of here. I really want that to be straight right there. So let's have it go over to here. Wait. Yeah, let's have it go over to here. This is what I was going to zone off of over here anyway. There was going to be a street over here, so this is okay. So we're going to go here. And then we're going to make our first turn while it's still flat. That's really sharp. Let's bring it. Let's just kind of plan this a little better. There we go. And then that's going to go down a hill until we run out of space. And then right there, we level off a little pad. Whoa, hello. To make our turn again. We grab that elevation and just kind of do something kind of like that. I think that'll be enough. Maybe a little more right there. Oh, hi, friend. How are you, Mr. Bear? Rawr. So the bear says, rawr. So then we bring this in a curve around, and then it doesn't have to go perfectly parallel. It can kind of go like off at an angle again, though that is probably going to make it really steep going back down, but we'll see. Yeah, that's going to go down a lot of elevation really fast. Why are you not locking? There you go. Actually, it's going to go back up some. So let's change our curve here. Let's bring that like that and then go like to about there. And then straight down. Oh, now this is a little too much. I wonder if I could get away with a gentle curve that goes downhill. I mean, there are some mountain roads not too terribly far from me that do have gentle downhill curves. That's not too bad, to be honest. So let's follow this contour line right here and then switch to right there, and then we'll flatten it. Right here, make another switchback. Oh, we're nearly down. We're good. We're good. And then a little more. Cool. Yeah, when I was in college, I actually drove that road quite a bit. Highway 65, actually, between Conway and Harrison, Arkansas. They've straightened it out a lot over the years, but man, it used to just be this 2-lane mountain road that boy, it did some things, let me tell you. There were some scary bits on it. Runaway truck ramps, and you're always like, well, what's that there for? And then you realize when you get to some of the hills exactly what it was for. And yeah, it could be a little intimidating. Over the years when I drove it, that didn't help that any. Over the years when I drove it, they added like passing lanes, and then they eventually added, they just started straightening out some of the curvier, more dangerous bits. But it was definitely an experience. It's a lot of fun though. I had, like a little sporty car. So I had a good time driving it, but I drove it quite a bit because I was in Springfield, Missouri in college. My parents at the time lived in South Arkansas, not where we live in Arkansas now. And so if I wanted to go home on the weekends, so it was like 5-hour drive. Wasn't bad. And, it gave me an excuse to pretend I was a race car driver. Which I did eventually go on and get my racing license. Which is no longer valid, but that's a story for a different day. We're almost down. I think if I bring this around like this. I'm beginning to think that this is not the way to do this, though. But maybe we just go ahead and do our curves going down the hill. Let's see what it looks like if I do that. I mean, I know for a fact that that's not how any switchback anywhere works. It's like here, this isn't our challenging bit. Yeah, this definitely needs to be at the same elevation. So let's fix this. I can do better. And will. So, did I make a pad there? I did not. So we'll make a pad right here and aim for right there. And then I know we've got some big drops right here. We're not done. We're not done. Don't worry. We're going to go through and slope all of this. I really planned on getting the cities built and everything today, but I'm beginning to think that we're only going to get the road built. There we go. So now what we do is come back up here. And then on each of our straight-ish lines, we slope those. And yeah, we're going to get some weird lumpy bumpy things, but it's okay. Here, oh, I forgot. You gotta have just that section selected. But here, yeah, I definitely want to get that done. And let's go ahead and bring it all the way to there. And then from here to here, yeah, we got some, ooh, that's still, oof. That's scary. Yeah, that's the hill that would have the runaway truck ramp at the end. which is literally just a ramp that goes up really steep with a lot of gravel on it, so that the truck can, that's brakes are failing, can hit that up and slow down. So yeah, still some challenges to fix, but what we do now is come in here, bring our brush strength way down, bring our brush size up, and the first pass we just smooth and see what's left after that to try to make this look a little more natural. And then once we've done that, then there's other tricks we have up our sleeve to make this all look a little bit better. Bring this all the way down. And you know what? I'm going to get this all smoothed out. It's going to take a little bit, so I'm going to get it done, and then we'll resume the jabbery. And there are still definitely some areas that you can see where a roadbed was built up. But for the most part, and right there especially, but for the most part, I think it's fine. Now, I don't have any guardrails or anything along those lines, so I think what I'm going to do is just use a fence. And I really don't want to, like, block the view, but I think the suburban fence is, like, the strongest looking fence we have. But yeah, that really blocks your views. So instead, we're going to use just a forestry fence. Not even the forestry fence, but the farm fence, I think. Yeah, we're just going to use the farm fence. And I don't like that connection right there. Let's fix it. Move it. There, cool. And so to add the fence, I'm just going to use the parallel road tool. I don't know why that is so hard for me to say. I wish I'd call it something different just so I could pronounce it. We'll run that to about there. Switch the sides and then back that off the road just a little bit. That should be sufficient. And then anywhere else that we have a really steep area, like here, yeah, probably not a bad idea. So we will run one right here. And I don't remember how many I hit. Well, we'll go 16 meters, and that's good enough. And there's fine. I think right there is fine. That's fine. And then it comes around. Big, long, sweeping road. It's going to come back up this way. We may even connect it on this end too. I may bring it up and around back here and connect a big loop. I don't know yet. But what I do know is I want to get water pipes up here. And I wanted to get the road up here especially because since we are running a little bit low on power, I'm going to see if there's not some good opportunities just to bring in some wind power. And since I'm using the electric roads mod, well, the electric roads, it's built into 81 tiles now, I think. But since I have that, by having the road, I won't have to run power lines as far down the mountain. And that's always a plus. And that gets our water pipes up here. And now this is going to be where one of our towns is, correct? Yeah, right here. So what we're going to do is the highway is God, I sound like I'm from Arkansas sometimes. I do live in Arkansas. The highway is going to kind of end where this gets flat, right about there. And then it's going to continue down to about there and then curve back around and go straight again. And this is going to be kind of like the main street-ish through this area. And then we're going to have a big, long sleeping corner here that comes on down to there. And for now, we'll just leave that alone. And then right here in this section, we're going to have just a small little square. Like I might even do squares. Just to get in a place for some services, schools, police, fire, some commercial, stuff like that. We'll go a little bit longer on this side. course, it doesn't line up. That's fine. We could make it line up if we went one more this way, but I don't really have the space that way. Cool. So now what I can do is get wind all up along here, bring power down to here. But I do know that I want to have this road, or this neighborhood, also kind of follow this ridge line right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be good. There we go. And then, okay, I've just clicked over into Adobe Audition. I didn't start recording, did I? No, okay, good. I use Audition to record my voiceovers for these. And then that is going to have a connection right there. It's not at a perfect 90, but so be it. And then we could bring this on down, but I don't think I'm going to. Now I'm questioning if I want to do that or not. Yeah, I want to do a long one here, and I can't really see what I'm doing. Go away. Go like that, and then make a connection there. And then we'll get a connection back to here. I want this to be at a 90. Cool. Cool. I wanted to get all of that done so that I could get a bit of zoning in here. I am going to take out the zoning on that road so that it all stays focused over there. I just realized I don't have water pipes that runs this whole little neighborhood. We need to fix that real quick. And of course, that's never going to fill in until I put services in back here. I mean, it might if there's big enough demand, but most likely that'll just sit there, empty tile. So that's why I want to get at least some services in. So I'm going to do, this is going to be, I think we'll do services this side. So we'll say little country school, kind of chilling here out on the main street. The big prison looking high school right there. We will put a park in, but maybe just a small playground. And that's it. Like right there. Yep, that's going to be it. Cool. And then down here, I actually want to have one of our unique buildings. Once I remember where it is. There it is. The tax office. I think kind of looks like an old courthouse. And I'm really hoping I can drag this back a little bit and have it not complain. I think that's about as far as I'm going to get away with. I just want to set back a little bit off the road. Cool. And that gives us a little courthouse. And then down near the courthouse, we will have police on that side. We'll have fire that side. And we will have a little clinic. Which one looks old? This one. Have a little clinic back here. And we will have a town cemetery as well. You know what? It's a good place for that. And then this will be commercial back here and up here. Now the commercial is developing, but the residential is not. This is going to be reserved for some sort of park area. I don't know exactly what yet. Man, that commercial just boom right in. Most of it anyway, but residential, not so much. Let's see if we can't get some of it to start developing. How's water? Well, these guys don't. That's weird that they would build down there, but not over here. Okay, well, now they're building there, so whatever. And now, last thing is... Ooh, wow, the wind doesn't start till way up there. But that's okay. We'll run power lines. So we're just going to... I'm not going to try to put a road in to justify these things looking like they're in a wind farm. Because this is already pretty steep, and we've already seen how terrible I am at getting switchbacks made. So I will just run some of those right there. I think that looks fantastic. It's literally just for visuals. I know they don't really contribute all that much, but what we can do to get them connected to the town grid is then run a power line right there, and that gets us all that power all on one grid. So now we've got a little bit more of a bonus, and we've got a nice little town that can start developing. I do now want to kill all these. Why? Because I didn't mean to zone them in as close as I did to each other. I wanted there to be some separation. Yeah, I know there's nothing there. Settle down. I want this to feel country, rural. You know, you got a lot of space. You know, you've got a long drive into town, but your payoff is your neighbors aren't all that close. We might do some across the street from one another. But yeah, you don't have to deal with as many noisy neighbors. There are some neighbors, no doubt. And then down here along our main street, I think we'll go just like that. Get some maybe smaller houses. I was hoping that would get us 2x2s. Let's see what starts building here. Those are awful fancy. Okay. Yeah, those are a little fancier than I was intending, so I'm just gonna do some 2x2s, some 2x3s. Vary up the distance between them. Yeah, there we go. That's getting us somewhat smaller homes, and that's kind of what I was wanting to have down there. Like I said, I'm going to leave that open down here. Leave that open for the cemetery. We will do a couple houses right in through here. Not a lot. And we'll leave that little corner open. And then we've got room to come through here and have this little town continue all the way down to here with just some winding roads, no grid. There'll be no grid over here. Maybe a little bit, but not much. But look at all the cars driving on that. That's fantastic. I love it. We still can bring the railway in over here if it turns out that the farm needs it to get the exports done. Right now, it seems like it's trying to find. By the way, again, 5-star farm. Making massive amounts of resources with a unique industry. And do you see traffic? You don't, because again, I used my spreadsheet, and I'm going to keep hammering this until the Cities Skylines community believes me that this is a thing. I used my spreadsheet to know that everything's balanced, that I'm not overproducing anything, and then I went in order with producers, processors, final unique goods factories. And then when you start getting into things that need multiple, you lay out your warehouses next to a rail yard, and then you put them in, you group them together with what building needs what. So anything that needs petroleum, we try to keep all together and really pay attention, not just aesthetics, but you also pay attention to placement of your unique factories. And you can have massive, huge cash coming in from factories and not have traffic. So there you go. It works. What doesn't work is the fact that there are no garbage collectors anywhere near. Like, that's it for our garbage. So we may use a little bit of this land over across the river here. I really hate to do it, especially because it's so close to the river itself, but we kind of need additional garbage processing anyway. And this hurts to do this because this is beautiful land here, but I'm going to do it. How much does that leave us? It leaves us a little bit of space down there to still build. Going to get it as close to this road as I can. So we're going to come in here. And I want to be careful because we do have our water right there. I don't want to pollute the water. And yeah, see, that's, I don't know where that's pollution and where it's not pollution. Like, I think the whole thing pollutes there, and that will pollute our waters, so we can't go with that. We're just going to have to do some more recycling centers. And that's just going to have to be good enough for now. Unfortunate. We'll have to find a place to get one of those in, though. I know where it's going to go. So that goes back 4 tiles, so I need to do this to go right here. Once I get the bypass highway built, we'll be able to put waste processing complex back there. There we go. Cool. And those won't be close enough to pollute the river and kill everybody. So I'm really pleased with this. I'm gonna slow down time, and I'm gonna hope. Let's make sure that they're going up the hill. Cool. We're gonna follow these guys up the hill and say until next time. I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.